Alright, let's set the scene. You're standing on a freezing iceberg, surrounded by snow, wind, and absolute silence. When suddenly, out of nowhere, a small black and white bird slides by on its belly, like it's in a winter action movie. That, my friend, is a penguin, nature's most ridiculous genius. They waddle like toddlers, dress like waiters, and fall over for no reason. Yet somehow they've conquered some of the harshest environments on Earth. And here's the crazy part. Penguins might be way smarter, tougher, and cooler, literally and figuratively, than you ever imagined. So today, we're diving deep, no pun intended, into 10 hilarious and mind-blowing facts about penguins that prove these birds are basically the superheroes of the animal world. Let's get into it. Okay, obvious one first. Penguins can't fly. They're birds, but they looked at the sky and said, "Nah, that's overrated. We'll master the ocean instead." Their wings evolved into flippers, and now they use them to slice through water, like little torpedoes in tuxedos. The Gen 2 penguin can swim up to 22 miles per hour. That's faster than a dolphin doing casual laps. And it's not just speed. They can dive hundreds of feet deep, twist, flip, and even launch themselves straight out of the water using something called purposing, where they leap in and out of the surface like aquatic parkour champions. So yeah, penguins might not soar through the air, but underwater, they're better flyers than most birds up there. Now, most people imagine penguins living on icy mountains, surrounded by snowstorms and sad violin music. But that's only part of the story. There are 18 species of penguins, and the majority live in places where it never even snows. Some chill on beaches, others hang out on rocky coasts, and a few even live in tropical climates. The Galapagos penguin, for example, lives right on the equator, sharing the neighborhood with sea lions and iguanas. Imagine that, a penguin living under palm trees. It's like finding a polar bear at the beach wearing sunglasses. So, the next time someone says penguins only live in Antarctica, just tell them, actually, some of them are out there getting a tan. Alright, time to talk about the emperors and, no, not the kind from Star Wars. The emperor penguin is the largest and toughest of all penguin species. These guys survive in Antarctica, where winter temperatures drop below -60 degrees Celsius and winds reach hurricane levels. While the females go off to hunt, the males stay behind to care for the egg, balancing it on their feet and keeping it warm with a flap of skin called a brood pouch. For 2 whole months, they don't eat, they don't sleep much, and they can't even move far without risking the egg freezing. To survive, thousands of males huddle together in giant circles, rotating positions so everyone gets a turn in the warmer center. It's teamwork at a level most humans can only dream of. When the female finally returns from the ocean, the male's like, "Finally, your turn." Parenting goals, but make it Antarctic. Let's talk fashion because penguins are basically nature's best-dressed birds. Those slick black and white tuxedos aren't just for style. They serve a purpose. The black back blends in with the dark ocean when seen from above, and the white belly blends with the bright surface when seen from below. That's called countershading camouflage. It's how penguins avoid predators like seals and orcas while hunting for fish and their feathers. Absolute engineering perfection. Each penguin has up to 70 feathers per square inch, tiny, layered, and waterproof thanks to an oil they spread from a gland near their tail. Underneath, a thick layer of blubber keeps them warm, like having built-in insulation and a raincoat. So, yeah, while we humans pay hundreds for winter jackets, penguins are born with Arctic level drip. If penguins had a motto, it would be, eat fish, dive fast, repeat. Their diet is 100% seafood, mostly fish, squid, and krill. Some penguins eat up to 2 pounds of food per day, and when raising chicks, they'll store food in their stomachs and regurgitate it later as a kind of penguin smoothie. Gross. Yes. Effective. Also yes. They're insanely skilled hunters, diving hundreds of feet deep and holding their breath for 15 to 20 minutes at a time. That's longer than most freedivers can manage. The best part, penguins often hunt in groups, herding fish together before striking like a coordinated squad. So basically, they invented teamwork before it was cool. Time for a love story. When it's mating season, male penguins go on the ultimate scavenger hunt, looking for the smoothest, most perfect pebble they can find. Once they do, They waddle over to a potential mate and present it like, "Hey, I got you something special." If the female accepts it, boom, they're officially a couple. If she doesn't, he goes back to the store, the beach, to find a better rock. It's adorable and surprisingly symbolic. Penguins literally build their relationships on a foundation of stones. And some species, like the Gen 2 mate, for life. So yeah, penguins are out here giving Hallmark movies a run for their money. Imagine being in a crowd of 10,000 people all screaming at once and somehow finding your friend just by hearing them shout. That's what penguins do every day. Each chick has a unique call, like their own custom ringtone, and parents memorize it. When they return from hunting, they listen carefully and walk straight to their chick. No confusion. No GPS needed. It's one of nature's coolest examples of sound recognition. Scientists say penguin parents can identify their chick's voice even if they haven't heard it for weeks. Basically, penguins have better hearing than most people have Bluetooth connections. Here's a fact that'll bend your brain. Penguins didn't lose flight, they evolved it for a different medium. When penguins swim, their flippers create lift and thrust exactly the same way wings do in the air. The only difference: water is denser, so they move with incredible efficiency and control. Their bones are heavier and denser than those of flying birds, which helps them stay submerged. And when they want to launch back onto land, they build up momentum underwater and shoot out like a missile. So technically, penguins didn't quit flying. They just traded airspace for ocean space, and honestly, that's an upgrade. Here's something that confuses a lot of people. Penguins live only in the southern hemisphere. That means there are no penguins in the Arctic. None. Zero. Zilch. The Arctic has polar bears. The Antarctic has penguins. And the two never meet outside of cartoons. So, if you've ever seen a penguin hanging out with a polar bear, that's 100% fake, probably filmed in a commercial. Penguins are found in places like South America, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, and, of course, Antarctica. So while the North Pole is run by Santa and reindeer, the South Pole is run by birds in formal wear. Okay, time to get serious for a second. As funny and awesome as penguins are, they're also in trouble. Climate change is melting the ice they rely on for breeding. Overfishing is depleting their food supply, and pollution, especially oil spills and plastic, threatens their habitats. The African penguin, for example, has lost more than 60% of its population in the last few decades. But the good news: we can help. Conservation groups around the world are protecting nesting sites, creating marine reserves, and rescuing injured penguins from oil spills. Even small actions like reducing plastic use or choosing sustainable seafood make a real difference, because penguins aren't just cute animals, they're indicators of ocean health. If we protect them, we protect the planet. Okay, you've stuck around. Here's a bonus one. Penguins are accidentally hilarious. They waddle, trip over nothing, belly slide for fun, and sometimes steal pebbles from their neighbors. Yes, they commit pebble theft. It's a thing. But that's what makes them so lovable. Penguins are proof that nature has a sense of humor. They're clumsy, awkward, determined, and unstoppable all at once. Basically, they're all of us on a Monday morning. There, you have it. 10 hilarious and mind-blowing facts about penguins. From underwater flight to romantic rock proposals, penguins prove that you don't need to fly to be extraordinary. They're survivors, comedians, parents, and explorers all rolled into one waddling feathered package. If you laughed, learned something, or just feel inspired to live your life with more penguin energy, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, which penguin fact blew your mind the most?